Maybe some people think that it's all about the hype, about the fame, but it's not. It's all about being the best. It's all about challenging myself every day. You're never happy with not being the best. I needed some stability, which is why I chose not to change from HRC for this season, which was an option that we had. Apart from being the best team in the world, I also needed some consistency. Being the best for my club means being the best every day and being the best I can on the pitch, helping my team to win trophies. I don't think about tomorrow because I want to enjoy today and practice being the best me today. Even as a kid in drawing class, I had real ambition. I wanted to be the best in the class, but there was always some other feller who was better, so I thought, it can't be about being the best. It has to be about the drawing itself, what you do with it. That's kind of stuck with me. I loved Rent when I first heard it, but it grew on me and so did Tick, Tick, Boom. Some songs are more interesting than others and sometimes the ones that never stood out at first end up being the best to perform. Business is about being the best that you can be, and there are always glowing examples of people that we can all learn from. I really believe in the glow and live my life that way. It's about being positive inside and out and being the best version of yourself possible. I'm gonna forget all the negative press and focus on being the best version of myself. There's no prize for being the best woman. On earth the living have much to bear, the difference is chiefly in the manner of bearing, and my manner of bearing is far from being the best. What's the point of being the best in the world if you scratch and claw your way to the top, and you push everybody down instead of lifting everybody else up with you? I grew up as a sports fan, and I know that a Hall of Fame is very different than an award for being the best of the year. It's a nod to the longevity of our accomplishment. My parents sacrificed so much for all of us. It makes me want to give back to them by being the best I can be. I'm a big believer in evolution, growth, and in being the best you that you can be, and I feel like the first step to doing that is getting mentally healthy. You hear these yummy mummies talk about being the best possible mother, and they put all their effort into their children. I also want to be the best possible mother, but I know that my job as a mother includes bringing my children up so, actually, they can live without me. I was never a pretty girl, so I wasn't the one to get the boy. I used to cast myself as a good sport. Sometimes I wonder if I do that too much with roles I play, because if I'm absolutely truthful, I quite like being the best friend, or the supporting role, and actually I ought to gear change and make myself the leading role. Truthfully, you're not your audience, so all that self-consciousness and all that, it gets in the way of you actually just being the best thing in whatever thing that you're doing. It's no good being the best actor in the world if nobody sees you because you didn't happen to be there at the right day when a part was being cast. To me, being the best means proving it in different countries and championships. I'm not trying to win an award for being the best vegetarian, just want to be healthy, take a salt bath, do things that my parents were never able to do. I'm blessed to do anything I want, so I decide to take the best care of my body and my family in the same way, holistically, vitally. I love music so much I love what I do. I work very hard at being the best musician I can be because I love it. I am an honest, God-fearing man who is intensely dedicated to being the best person I can be on and off the football field. Leadership is being the best example you can be for your teammates, the guy that everybody can depend on a nightly basis. When I was reading books for Seesaw Girl, I came across several references to the fact that in the 11th and 12th centuries, Korean pottery was considered the finest in the world. I liked that, the idea of a little tiny country being the best at something. I'm just thinking about being the best I can be for the team first because that's what comes first. Being the best is applying yourself to your potential, putting out the best version of yourself. Forgiveness for oneself is the only way we can keep going through life and give ourselves the best chance at being the best people we can be. My motivation is being the best. Pretty simple and straightforward. It doesn't matter how hard you work, there are forces that kind of prevent you from being the best you can be. The thing that I think a lot of guys need to know how to do is not take your mother's advice about honesty being the best policy. Listen to your cool, drunk uncle who tells you to lie. Those are the relationships that last. I'm their sole parent, and there is nothing more important than being the best father I can be. You get so afraid of failure and so afraid of losing and so afraid of not being the best that it's not a natural drive, it's born out of fear of failure, which helps in Hollywood. The Olympics will be great for the growth of golf on a global scale, but my focus right now is on being the best player I can be, trying to win major championships and contributing to what will hopefully be a victorious European side at the forthcoming Ryder Cup matches against the USA. I didn't always know, but I always wanted to. I always wanted to be the very best receiver the Cowboys ever had. That was my goal coming in as a rookie and my goal throughout my career, being the best they ever had, going up in the Ring of Honor. I'm always focused on getting better. I'm not focusing on being the best. I think it doesn't matter if you are the best surfer in the world. I'm going to try to be the best surfer I can be. It's not all about competing and being the best. It's more about having fun and just doing what you love. My driving, I've been accused of not being the best, most safest driver. People always mention that they'd love to see me in a comedy again. Maybe it's time, laughter being the best medicine. I stopped worrying about how other people define me a little bit ago. I used to care a lot. Now I just don't care that much. Really, what I'm worried about is, am I being the best me I can be? I am neither frustrated nor planning anything other than being the best Secretary of State I could be. If you just focus on getting better, and not being the best, you have such a good time. For me, it's not about being the best designer. I'm interested in being the best partner, the best collaborator. I'm focused on being the best, making history. I really just like to see people being the best they can be. As for being the best goalkeeper in the world, it's been written occasionally, but I'd never say it myself. I'm in this sport to win, but win by being the best, not by being lucky. I wouldn't want to be ideological about it, but I think of it as being the best way to approach this kind of playing. I don't think it works in other music, other kinds of playing. I lost my captaincy after winning the series 2-0, and also getting a Test match 100. I never captained India after that. I couldn't play one-day cricket in spite of being the best ODI player in the world at that time. Visit our website for more quotes, quoting.com.